Welcome to Python tutorial, lesson 31. Today we learn async and wait. Async lets your program keep working while waiting. I/O operations like network calls are slow and block your code. Async def and await let other tasks run during the wait. Asyncio.run is the async entry point. Let us create asyncbasics.py to compare blocking and concurrent code. We import asyncio for async support and time for measuring durations. FetchSync is a regular function. Time.sleep blocks the entire program for the delay. FetchAsync uses async def and await. Other coroutines run during the sleep. RunSync calls fetch twice in sequence. Each one blocks, so the total is 2 seconds. RunAsync uses asyncio.gather to start both fetches at the same time. They run concurrently, taking only 1 second total. The results section runs both versions, so we can compare their timing side by side. Let us review the file with bat. Notice the only differences: async def instead of def, and await asyncio sleep instead of time sleep. Now let us run the code and see the timing difference. Sequential took about 2 seconds because each fetch ran one after the other. Concurrent took about 1 second because both fetches ran at the same time. That is the power of async. Create task schedules a coroutine in the background. Wait for adds a timeout so slow calls do not hang forever. Gather with return exceptions collects both results and errors. Let us create async features.py with 3 async patterns. Process order simulates a background task. It sleeps, then returns a completion message. Slow fetch takes a company name and delay. We will use it to demonstrate timeouts. Risky call raises an error when the fail flag is true. This helps test error handling. Inside main, create task schedules 2 orders to process in the background. Gather then waits for both. Wait for wrap slow fetch with a 1 second timeout. If anytech.com takes longer, it raises timeout error. Gather with return exceptions keeps successes and failures in one list instead of crashing. We check each result with is instance to separate exceptions from successful values. Let us review the complete file. Three helper functions feed into one main function that demonstrates each pattern in sequence. Now let us run it. Both orders complete together after 1 second. Create task, schedule them concurrently. Anytech.com timed out because wait for only allowed 1 second. Hooli.com succeeded. Tyrell failed, but the error was captured. Now let us build a real pattern, fetching from multiple APIs at once. We combine gather, return exceptions, and wait for together. This handles unreliable services in production code. Let us build the API aggregator that fetches from multiple sources at once. Fetch profile contacts a company API. Wonka.com always fails to simulate an unreliable service. The return value is a dictionary with source, user, and status fields. Fetch activity returns a list of login and dashboard events for a given company. Aggregate user is the main function that orchestrates all the concurrent requests. Gather fires off 3 profile requests at once. Return exceptions means a failure in one does not cancel the others. After gather returns, we filter the results. Dictionaries are successes, exceptions are failures. Activity fetches use wait for with a 2-second timeout. If any source is too slow, we catch the timeout error. The return dictionary bundles profiles, failed sources, and activity events into one clean result. The main function calls aggregate user and prints a summary of everything that was fetched. We display loaded profiles, any failures, and the activity event count. Let us review the complete aggregator. All 3 patterns work together. Gather for parallelism, return exceptions for resilience, wait for to limit slow calls. Now let us run it. Two profiles loaded from Nakatomi and Stark Industries. Wonka.com failed as expected. All 4 activity events came back within the timeout from WayneTech and Hooli. One source failed, but the aggregator still collected data from the rest. Let us recap async and await. Async def creates coroutines. Gather runs them concurrently. Create task schedules, background work. Wait for adds, timeouts. Return exceptions keeps partial results when some calls fail. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Python tutorials. Next time we explore context managers.